Now on CoastTV News.
A helping hand for the homeless, the local program stepping up to lend aid after a tent city was cleared out a month ago. Safeguarding the coastline, action being taken thanks to federal funding for the Indian River Beach projects. Singing in the rain, Oceans Calling begins today, but the weather isn't cooperating. How would you deal with that? It's our CoastTV poll of the day.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
New programs providing a fresh start and creating a story of triumph. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with new changes at Georgetown's Pallet Village. From the tent city to the Pallet Village. At a town council meeting in Georgetown Monday night, Judson Malone, executive director of Springboard, Delaware, provided an update on the Pallet Village and announced 3 programs they've implemented to help people re-enter society. CoastTV reporter Zakia Jennings shows us what their life skills program is teaching.
Tents and personal items, that's what was left behind when Tent City was cleared out a month ago. Some of the people who live there made way to the Pallet Village, which has consistently had around 40 residents at any given time. And now, new programs are giving these folks some much-needed help, including the Healing Arts program and a life skills program. 21-year-old Micah Crenshaw used to live in Tent City in Rehoboth Beach. He says he never realized how much he needed the Healing Arts program.
I never felt so calm and so relaxed.
Crenshaw says he's putting one foot in front of the other and taking the right steps to pursue his dreams.
I want to get off my feet. I want to go live in an apartment, and someday I want to go build cars or paint cars.
His biggest motivating factor? His girlfriend, Isabel Weinstein. Weinstein is also in the Healing Arts program. She's learning life skills along the way, like keeping a clean space and washing dishes. Weinstein felt there was no hope when she was in the woods, and now she's encouraging others to not give up hope if they're still struggling.
Keep going, even though it looks dark and rainy and miserable. There's going to be light at the end of that.
For Micah and Isabel, the Pallet Village has been that light, but they hope the next door they walk through will be the one that leads into their own apartment.
The Life Skills program teaches people like Isabel and Micah how to clean and care for themselves, so when it's their time to leave the Pallet Village, they'll be prepared. In Georgetown, I'm Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
Construction crews are still working to repair the dunes at Indian River Inlet. This comes after those dunes were breached in August, causing the roads to flood. Today, Senator Tom Carper was at the site of those beaches. He was discussing the $10 million he helped secure from federal government to aid in repairs. That money will go directly to the Army Corps Reserve for Phase 2 of the project.
Let's not get to the situation that we're currently in ever again. Let's make sure we're addressing it robustly and that we're creating a robust solution so we don't have to worry as much.
According to officials, Phase 1 of the repairs should be done in mid to late November. We're taking a live look into the Ocean City area right now. Our First Alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobuono, joining us now with a look at the weather. And Chris, as we head into the weekend, rain seems to be on tap.
Yeah, that's right, Charlie. We're going to keep that rain chance in play through the weekend. Not a complete washout of a weekend, but we are beginning to see some more steadier rain lift into the peninsula from the south now, and it's all thanks to some remnant moisture from Helene. We also have a cold front that's kind of stalled out over the region. You can see some heavier pockets of rain lifting from Crisfield up through Chickateague, and you can see some heavier rain down through Virginia, Norfolk, some tornadic activity down there, and you can see that big spin in the atmosphere, post-tropical cyclone Helene getting absorbed in this pesky upper level low that is going to be kind of a thorn in our side here over the next few days. So as I mentioned, the weekend won't be a complete washout, but as I mentioned, that upper level low is going to continue to give us shower chances, but they really ramp up into the start of next week, and then we'll finally see a cold front wipe all this humidity out and bring sunshine back to the area. I'll have more on that here in just a few moments.
Chris, in local politics, the 2-year terms for Dewey Beach Commissioners Bill Stevens and Gary Persinger, who are both already members of the council, they begin today when both are sworn in at the town council meeting. Their terms were up for the election scheduled on September 21st, but because they were the only 2 candidates to file, the election was canceled. Stevens is also the town's mayor, and in Dewey Beach, that is a position that is unelected. Instead, it is appointed by a council vote each year. This year's appointment will also take place at Friday's council meeting. DelDOT announces there will be some lane closures at the intersection of Kings Highway at Gills Neck Road starting today. This will last through the end of October as they upgrade the signals there. They also plan on upgrading existing pedestrian crossings at both approaches and installing a signal-mounted traffic camera. It is encouraged to drive slow in the work zones and expect delays during these times. It's Friday, and we are now at the tail end of what is HBCU Week here in Delaware, or Historically Black Colleges and Universities Week. Representative Lisa Blunt Rochester pointing that out today on her Facebook page and drawing attention to a distinction earned by Delaware State University. Delaware State University has earned recognition as the third best public historically black college and university, marking the 5th consecutive year it's achieved this distinction. President Tony Allen highlighted the economic mobility that DSU students have and what they've shown, and while the ranking is nice, he points to his students as the real barometer of success. Seaford drivers prepare for some lane closures and delays. DelDOT will be doing some general maintenance work at the railroad crossing on Stein Highway. This will begin around 7 a.m. Monday, September 30th. It's expected to be done by Friday, October 4th at 5 p.m. Tidal Health will have their annual Delaware Flu Clinic at the Apple Scrapple Festival on Saturday, October 12th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Clinical teams will be providing the walk-up vaccines, and they will be located at the Tidal Health Community Wellness and Van next to the firehouse. Seasonal flu shots will be given to those aged 8 and above. The parking season has officially ended for Rehoboth Beach. It ended on September 15th. That always feels good. While officials prepare for a rate to increase to $4 per hour for the 2024 summer season, this change, along with a 30% raise in parking permit costs, aims to address a $4.4 million deficit in the city's proposed $37 million budget for fiscal year 2025. Local businesses are concerned about potential impacts on sales. They remain optimistic as the beach continues to attract visitors, with some reports indicating that parking revenue may be slightly higher than had been expected. The Art League of Ocean City is launching a new building-wide art show titled The Red Thread, the common thread of connection through art. This show is curated by Deborah Rawling and opens October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. The free event will be held at the Ocean City Center for the Arts, and they will have refreshments, performances by the Saltaire in Elements Dance Collective, and encourages people to wear red that symbolizes connection. Red Thread events will take place throughout the month, including workshops and discussions focused on the theme of connectivity. There was a dangerous accident early this morning in Ellendale, and just listen to some of the details. Apparently, an SUV that was being pursued by Delaware State Police crashed into a parked truck in the 700 block of Ponder Avenue. According to Ellendale Fire Department, this all happened around 2:48 a.m. Multiple units were called to the scene. 2 people were taken to Bay Health Sussex due to injuries. Now, this is a developing story. We're tracking down some more details, some more complete details, and we will have those for you as soon as they're available. House Speaker Valerie Longhurst announced Friday that she will not call a special session to override Governor Carney's veto of House Bill 140. House Bill 140, in case you didn't know, would have allowed terminally ill adults in Delaware to choose the timing and the manner of their own passing. Longhurst expressed her continued support for the bill, but noted she doesn't have the votes for an override. She remains hopeful that the 153rd General Assembly will build on this year's progress and ultimately pass the legislation in 2025. Back in August, BB Healthcare opened a new location in an ongoing effort to provide follow-up care for patients being discharged from the Margaret H. Rollins Lewis campus. The office is located at 1305 Savannah Road in Lewis. There will be a short ceremony followed by a ribbon cutting for the Coordinated Care Center September 30th. It starts at 5:30. We have more news to get to this evening. DelDOT had some unexpected visitors this week and brought smiles to workers' faces.
Well, if you're making your way out to ball games this evening, it is going to be unsettled. We have rain moving in, some embedded tropical downpours, very muggy with temperatures only in the lower 70s. I'll break down an unsettled stretch of weather in that extended forecast in a few moments.
But first, how Ocean's Calling will affect the town of Ocean City. We're back in 60 seconds.
Too many people think government doesn't respect them. I try to do things differently. I brought Democrats and Republicans together to pass paid leave because helping people care for their loved ones respects families. I helped raise the minimum wage because respecting workers means paying them a decent wage. And I will always defend Social Security and Medicare because I respect those are benefits that seniors have earned. I'm Sarah McBride. I approve this message because everyone deserves a government that respects them.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com. This is Coast TV News at 6.
Hundreds of people are waiting in line for the Ocean's Calling Festival in Ocean City. More than 55,000 tickets have been sold for the three-day event. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us how the influx of music fans is big business.
Today is the start of one of the biggest events in Ocean City. And that's Ocean's Calling. Laura Williams drove all the way down from Pennsylvania for the show.
I am excited. You can't tell. But.
With a long list of bands playing for the next 3 days, people have traveled from all across the country to let the music and likely the rain wash over them. Tom Perlazzo, the Director of Tourism and Business in Ocean City, says economically it's a win.
This is a huge boost to those businesses. It allows us to keep our employees longer. It gets us through the winter. There's a lot of great things going on here. I mean, in every facet of the economics associated with heads and beds, restaurants, rental cars, gas stations, whatever is affected by this opportunity here.
According to the Hotel Motel Restaurant Association, just about every hotel in town is sold out. As for traffic, Ocean City is putting new measures in place to keep things moving smoothly.
We've added new bus stops throughout Ocean City for people directly going to the concert festival. There's also satellite parking pretty much everywhere. You can even go across the bridge on our Park and Ride. We have bus transportation from Park and Ride right into the festival main entrance here at Worcester Street.
Weather is going to play a factor for concert goers tonight, but people look prepared to at least try and stay dry. Even with the rain coming down, Palazzo says there's no chance this will stop Ocean's Calling. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
And this brings us right into our Coast TV poll this evening. We want to know, what are you going to do when it rains during Ocean's Calling? Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier this evening. Here's what we've got so far. Pretty much the same breakdown here. Most people just saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to enjoy the rain. If it's going to rain, you just got to embrace it. Next, we've got put on a poncho at number 2. That's coming in at 25%. Some will leave early. Some say, hey, just party in the hotel. If you haven't voted on this yet, you still can. Go to coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app, and we'll be showing you updated results tonight on Coast TV News at 11.
Yeah, unfortunately, rain wreaking havoc on plans this evening, where we're anticipating the heaviest, steadiest rain this evening. But by tomorrow afternoon, expecting some dry hours. Can't rule out a spotty shower. It will be a warm and but an unsettled stretch of weather is going to be upon us here over the next few days. I'll break it all down. My full forecast on Coast TV News at 6 comes right back.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
Transform your bath today with Bath by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Bass by Spicer Brothers in mind, because you deserve the best.
Let's go exploring in the rugged CRV from Honda, KBB.com's 2024 Best Value brand. Get comfy. There's plenty of space for both passengers and cargo. And feel free to take pictures. Hold tight as our 204 horsepower CRV hybrid charges through muddy terrain. The rugged CRV. This is how adventure looks in a Honda.
For more than a decade, Farxiga has been trusted again and again and again.
Farxiga.
Ask your doctor about Farxiga.
Tacoma has a dominant legacy as America's favorite small pickup for almost 2 decades. Known for reliability and capability. Now buy a Tacoma with low 4.99 APR or lease an SR for $279 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Mark Stevens from Hartley, Delaware, and I utilize the USDA's Wetland Reserve Easement Program to improve wildlife habitat for deer, waterfowl, and other wildlife while improving water quality. If you have at least 10 acres of woods or wet, unproductive cropland, you may be eligible for compensation to restore and protect the wetlands on your property. To learn more about the Wetland Reserve Easement Program, contact your local USDA Service Center.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
Make sure your neighborhood feels like home with landscaping and property services by Herker Property Maintenance. We combine science and art to create and maintain the landscape masterpiece you've always dreamed of. We can handle the largest developments and commercial properties all over and provide a consistent data evaluation to keep your property perfectly maintained. Clean, innovative, fast, reliable, from landscaping to pavement services and everything in between. Take an innovative approach with Herker Property Maintenance.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
Well, it is Friday and it is gloomy. For lack of better terms, it's just gross out with the low clouds. The humidity is up. Temperature right now is 74 in Ocean City. We're beginning to see rain move in. We could see some brief tropical downpours over the next few hours. You could see that rain lifting through the area. Steady rain extending from Chickatee all the way to Crisfield, and some heavier rain and some tornadoes down there in Norfolk. That energy is lifting up to the north. We see a cold front sinking southward, stalling the remnants of Helene being absorbed in this upper level low that's going to be wreaking havoc on weather here over the next few days. Now, that coastal flood advisory does continue for Sussex County as well as our Bay counties for those low-lying areas that have been plagued with flooding here over the last few days. Now, temperatures are in the 70s, but as I mentioned, those dew points are in that uncomfortable range in the lower 70s. Now, the forecast, we have the scattered downpours early. We'll see overcast skies overnight, muggy with areas of fog developing. So Futurecast shows that rain building through this evening, some pockets of tropical downpours. As we get into Saturday afternoon, though, I think most of Saturday is dry with a spotty shower, and then just a damp day on Sunday with that east wind, a lot of clouds and spotty showers. Again, not a complete washout of a weekend, but it will be a muggy one at that, with temperatures hovering right around that 80-degree mark. If we get more sunshine on Saturday afternoon, I think we could get into the mid-80s. As we get into Monday, though, that upper level low swings through. Tuesday is the heavy rain day we're pinpointing right now. Cold front comes through Wednesday. We see northwesterly winds kick back in and refreshing air move into the region. So there's your 5-day rainfall. Spotty showers over the weekend and into Monday. Then there's the heavier rain Tuesday. And then the front wipes everything out by Wednesday. So as we get into Monday into Tuesday, thinking about an inch to potentially on the higher end 2 inches of rain, depending upon how that low tracks through the region. And a big day on Sunday morning at 10 a.m., Cape Henlopen State Park, walk for prostate cancer. Join Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams. I'll be out there along with a lot of other folks from the station, and visit coasttv.com for more information. Your Paul Davis 7-day shows that unsettled weather continuing into Sunday and Monday. Now, Monday is when we expect the steadier rain to move through, Monday into Tuesday, and then after that we finally dry things out and we finally see some steady days of sunshine return as that cold front moves through, and much lower humidity by the end of the week. And we'll be seeing some more fall-like temperatures. Charlie?
Thank you, Chris. It's week 4 of the NFL season, and as we look ahead to Sunday Night Football, it's going to be the Buffalo Bills taking it over against the Ravens. Big game here. Coverage starts on Coast TV at 7.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
We have a Bayside North battle in our football game of the night between 3-0 Cambridge South Dorchester and 1-2 Colonel Richardson. The Colonels are led on offense by sophomore Jazir Dickerson. He racked up 251 yards from scrimmage in their 38-33 loss to Kent Island last week. Tonight, the Colonels are looking for their 4th straight win over CSD. To the undefeated Vikings, outscoring their opponents 109-53 so far, and coming off a 32-35 victory over Parkside last week, Anthony Hughes has stepped up as QB along with Sterling Perkins in the backfield and Majestic Jones and Antonio Bluford also on the outside. In Henlope in action, 2 undefeated teams facing off. Woodbridge at Sussex Central. Woodbridge knocked off Howard 21-20 last week behind a defense that forced 6 turnovers and scored twice on defense. On the other side, the Golden Knights defeated Delaware Military Academy 41-8 behind Malik Bell's 4 rushing touchdowns. Tonight will be a showdown of 2 talented offenses. Watch all the highlights on DSN's The Final Score at 11 p.m. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
You shouldn't have to choose between the kitchen update you need and the vacation you want.
With Paul Davis, you can have both.
Change the look of your entire kitchen. Get all new doors, drawers, and hardware without any major demolition, and it's done in as little as 3 days.
All for half the cost of a tear out.
And that vacation you wanted?
We'll give you that too.
Pay nothing for 12 months and get a luxury vacation for 2. Call Paul Davis for a free same-day estimate or visit the showroom.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
Discover why Delaware's newest hotspot for Toyota is the all-new IG Burton Toyota in Dover. Lease the 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for just $279 per month. Or drive home in a brand new RAV4 for only $359 per month. Or take advantage of 1.99% APR on the all-new 2024 Toyota Tundra. Plus, don't miss our military or college rebates. Visit us on DuPont Highway in Dover or online at igburtontoyota.com.
So here's my back to school haul. Backpack from Cali, kicks from Luz, accessories by me, and new fast internet from Extreme. Our basic internet was not going to cut it. See you in class.
Go back to school with best in fast internet and Wi-Fi from Extreme. Save on speed from 250 meg up to 1 gig, including whole home Wi-Fi with advanced online security and parental controls. Packages start at $19.99 a month for a year. Call 844-EXTREME2 for details.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 Denali models. That's over $6,400 in average finance savings. We are professional grade GMC.
Pets are cute. Until they're not.
Forgive your best friend. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Celebrate the season with the 4 best days of fall at Sunfest. Experience the ultimate celebration of food, drinks, arts, crafts, and entertainment along the boards from October 24th to the 27th. Embrace fall by enjoying a seaside tractor ride, chilling around a beach bonfire, navigating a corn maze, or participating in a pet and bicycle event. Shop around over 200 arts and crafts vendors. Immerse yourself in music with an incredible lineup of free musical performances. Enjoy the free family fun all day. For more information, visit ococean.com/sunfest.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Now for what is just clearly the best story of the week. Del Dot had some unexpected visitors this week. A herd of goats dropped by to graze at Del Dot's Canal District Maintenance Yard. The goats were eventually rounded up by Del Dot staff. They wanted to keep them from running out onto the road. The Delaware Department of Agriculture collected the goats, took them to the First State Animal Center. I hope they're all doing well.
Oh, yeah. Well, we are beginning to see a rain lift through the peninsula, and you can see some heavier pockets beginning to lift through Crisfield, and that's going to be the case throughout the evening. Tropically enhanced downpours, even potentially a rumble of thunder here over the next few hours, and then we'll see just a few lingering showers into the overnight, but overall a cloudy, muggy, damp night with some fog developing by, looks like by daybreak on Saturday. Now, you can get your weather at any time by calling our First Alert weather phone at 443-880-9100, sponsored by Bar Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico. And your 10-day shows an unsettled stretch of weather through the start of next week.
Thanks, Chris. Thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. The NBC Nightly News is next, and we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.